Hi everyone. It is Sunday, October 16th, I think is the date. Well, I didn't make my goal this week. Did not get to the gym at all. Really have been kind of sad and fighting sadness all week. Not much motivation. Um, After last Sunday and having been voted into a writers group and then a month ago, and then last Sunday them basically just saying you're voted out. I decided, and then they wanted me to be a prospect and, ride with them a couple of times and stuff. And it's a veterans organization, not an MC. Um, they decided, I needed to be a prospect for a while, and I decided, I'm not where I want any more drama in my life or any more BS. So tomorrow I am taking my patches back to the president. He's giving me my money back and my membership that I paid to get in. Um, so that's done, and I was a little sad about that, but on the same token, it's ridiculously childish. It's like high school. So I am not going to be a member of that. I am not going to be a member of the club anymore, the Veterans Club. I'm not going to say who it is. I don't know if I did last time or not. Sorry. But I'm going to go to the VFW and join. I heard that it's a lot more fun and they are not so petty and childish. So here's fingers crossed, hoping for a better club experience anyway. Because I have done fundraising and I have done the volunteering. So, this club just lost an asset as far as I'm concerned, and it's their loss. So, it's not going to take no skin off my nose. Um, and yesterday, okay, let me backtrack. Friday, me and the girls always go to the Eagles on Friday night and have a beer. And me and my friend were talking, and I mentioned my husband's name, and the girl behind the bar goes, "That's where I know you from. I have told my dad, you look familiar, but I don't know where from." She goes, "You were married to Chris." And I'm like, "Yes." She goes, "Then you know my dad." And I was like, "Your dad? Who's your dad?" And she goes, "James from the Legion." And I'm like, "Oh my God, Jimmy?" And she's like, "Yes, Jimmy." And I was like, I absolutely know him, and I would love to see him. Um, I met him with Chris. We did fish fries once a month. Um, and Jimmy, I have a funny story. Chris, I guess, we had been dating. Um, I think we might have even been living together at that point. I'm not sure. No, I don't, maybe not the first time I met Jimmy. Um, Chris said, "I've had this girl that'll come and wait tables. She does it at her Legion. She'll come and do it at ours because she's not doing it on that week." So I walked in with Chris into the kitchen because him and Jimmy cooked. And Jimmy, he's like, "Hey, this is Luann, the waitress I was telling you about." And Jimmy looked at Chris, and I'll never forget it. Jimmy looked at me and he looked at Chris and he goes, "Is that the girl you've been talking about?" And he was like, "Yeah." And Jimmy looked at me and he goes, "I approve. You're hired." So ever since then, I mean, we did fish fries forever. And I haven't seen him. We've lost track of him because the Legion here closed. in our town and no longer doing fish fries. And then Chris was sick, so we lost track. Well, they had a customer appreciation night at the Eagles yesterday, or afternoon at the Eagles yesterday. And I went down and I got to see Jimmy. He was there. And I gave him a hug and I started crying because he was a lost connection to Chris. And it was just so good to see him talk to somebody else that knew and loved Chris. It was just amazing to just sit and talk to him. We talked about Chris, so it was really nice. It was just what I needed because I had told my girlfriend I was going to go home and just like have a few cocktails and go to sleep. So it was really nice to see him. So it saved me from, it put me in a better place yesterday. Well, today and yesterday I'd eaten at a restaurant that was one of my favorites in another town, and I was up there where my husband's buried, and I got nachos that I absolutely loved and had missed from being in Texas. And I told my girlfriend yesterday, I'm like, it kind of tasted funny. Well, today I have been sick all day, so that did not help with the funk I was in. I slept a lot. I got my, chores done and stuff, so at least I am done there. I made myself a really nice dinner tonight. And everything's cleaned up, put away. So, yeah. So it's just been a tough week. No gym. Didn't get there. Just not feeling it. Gonna make myself do it this week though. I need to get out and do this. I need to get back to where I feel like I feel better. I feel like I took kind of like a half a step back, so I am going to work towards not feeling that way and staying busy because I haven't been, and that is on me. I preach that to you guys that you have to stay busy, and it is the truth. So this week, busy. I have another work function, team building thing where we're all carving pumpkins. Carving and decorating pumpkins, and then it's going to be put online on our business page, and whoever gets the most votes wins a $50 gift card for gas. So that's what we're doing on Thursday. So, oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Tired still. Yeah, that was my week, and I hope y'all had a better week. I hope to have a much better week this week. I think a lot of it was I knew I was going to go to the cemetery this weekend. I knew I had to get it cleaned up, and things changed out. And for, someone to be as petty as they are in this group and not wanting me in there because of the friends that I have, is just, it's just stupid. It's just so high school. So, yeah. So that was my week. So I hope you guys had a better week. I hope that you have a great week this week, and I will see you next Sunday.